Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a shape so impossible, so extraordinary, so mind-blowing. Guys, this is the Mandlebrot set, and it's probably one of the most impressive shapes we've ever found, because you can zoom in infinitely on this shape and never reach an end, and that just fascinates me. So in this video, we're going to be zooming in, exploring, taking a little look at the Mandlebrot set. Now, before we begin, there's a few things I want to say. First off, we are so close to 700 subscribers, so if you guys want to help me out and subscribe, that'd be great, but I'm not forcing you to do anything. And second, we are kind of limited. Like, we don't, unfortunately, have the infinity I described, because this computer can't handle it. However, if you have a good enough computer, you could go into the billions and the trillions, but unfortunately, we cannot do that in today's video. But it's okay, because we can still go quite deep, we can still adventure, so it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome. And what we're going to do is we're going to go this way, and once we reach the point we can't zoom in further, we're just going to zoom out and go a different way, because every way you go is completely different. So we're going to start off by going this way. These are what people call mini blots, because they basically replicate the main one, and these go on infinitely. See, you just keep zooming, you'll see more and more, which is quite cool. So we'll zoom into this one. You can see the spirals coming off it. It's quite cool, quite cool. The colors eventually start changing as well. So as you can see, it's not as detailed as the first one. We'll keep going in, keep going deeper and deeper. Look how like bright it gets. Like, it's so cool how deep we can go. You start noticing things like this, the little lines. Can't see them very well, but they're definitely there. Keep going further in. Noticing different shapes now. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Take a look at this. Okay, let's have a little look at this. You can just keep going deeper and deeper. If you come back this way, that I saw, look, all these bits, there's hundreds of them. This is the main bit. If we go this way, we can adventure deeper into this bit. Completely different. And you can pick a different path to go down. Go this way. There's more. Keep going. There's some really famous videos on YouTube about this shape. People have zoomed very far in, further than you would comprehend. It's so cool. It's so cool. You can go this way. See what this bit is. Keep zooming in. Still going. What's on this one? Still going, guys. We've gone so deep. Look how deep we are. You just keep zooming in and in and in. And to think this is an actual shape, it's crazy. Let's go out and go a different way, because I feel like we're reaching the bottom. Let's go this way. Go this way. Sort of the same, and then eventually you find something different, and you're like, oh my god. What's this? Alright, we have reached the end. Like I said, we are very limited. We can probably go a few 100,000, whatever it's called, in. We have reached the end, unfortunately. We're going to zoom back out, so go a different way from the main bit. But, as you can see, the pixels have started breaking in that. But if you had a better computer, you could go much further than this, which is quite interesting. But I'm scrolling, I'm pushing the scroll wheel on my mouse. We cannot go any further. But that's still impressive. We still went crazy far. So now you get to see zooming out. You get to see when you zoom out and see everything we've just gone past, which is quite cool. You see where we just were? Just disappeared. Comes off onto that. Look, that's how far we zoomed in, guys. That's how far we zoomed in. Look at that. It's amazing. Look. Got the vibrant colours back. There it is. Just like that. We're back at the start. So that's what happens if you go that way. It's sort of just, it's not very interesting. That's probably the least interesting way to go. You see sort of the same thing over and over again until you just see like a bunch of lines. But it gets so much cooler when you go this way and this way. In case you were wondering, you can go into the blue, but there's not much. You're just going to see a few of these. No, there's not much to see in the blue, but you can go quite deep there as well if you want to. But yeah, we're going to take a little look going this way, or this. I think we'll go this way because it looks like it's really cool down this way. Look, you can see a lot of different colours. There's a lot of spirals around this way as well, as you can see, and we have, I'd say we have a billion options on where we can go now. So we're gonna pick to go this way. And once we get down here, we've got another trillion options on where to go. So pick this way. Look at all these. They look like daisies. And when you keep going, you'll see more and more stuff that pops up. Different shapes, different stuff. Look at that. The background changes as well. We're yellow now. So where should we go? Let's go this way. It's quite cool this way. But once you pick a certain way, everything's kind of the same for a little while until it's not. So we'll zoom in as far as we can on the edge of this. Let's see what happens. I think it's just going to be the same. Yeah, same old. We've reached the end already. That was a lot quicker than I realised. Okay, so we can't go very far there. We'll go back to the start. We'll go down the bottom way. There, you will always find something new. The chances are, well, most likely, where we just went, no one else has ever looked there before. Because there's so many different options on where you can go. I'm probably the first person in human history to go to that specific bit, which is fascinating. Just take a little look down this way. I haven't been down here before. It's pretty cool. Got a lot of different shapes now. We're sort of back to this red and black bit again. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, we're sort of red and black. Let's see what we've got if we go this way. There's another bit I wanted to take a look at. This is new to me as well. A lot of this is new to me. I want to know what would happen if one, you went down that bit, and two, you went down. Oh my god, it's huge. This bit. We'll start with this bit first because it's closer. Hang on, wait, I think they're both the same. Yeah, they're the same in different spaces. So let's go down this bit. So you notice the colours start gradually getting deeper as you go deeper in. Don't think there's anything to show for down here. It's just red. There's no shapes. That's kind of disappointing. I thought something cool would happen down here. Let's go back to the top. Unfortunately, there was nothing cool down there. Right. Which way are we going? We've got so many different options on where we can go. Which way are we going to go, guys? Let's go down. Let's go to the bottom, into this blue bit right here. Just have a little look at what we see. Jesus, that's bright. Look at all this. There's so many different, like, spirals and that. And each one has its own little universe of infinite fractals. It's so cool. Look at this. Let's stick to the middle. Let's see what happens if we stick to the middle. That is mesmerizing. It all follows along until we get to the black. There's nothing else. So basically, I don't understand what's happened here. I think this is the end of the infinity. I think this is the end of the infinity, but then you can go this way and keep going deeper. So that was the end of that specific bit. but it does keep going deeper. But the thing is, you can't just zoom in on the shape. You have to go to like the corner of like an edge of it. Pick a little corner, keep zooming in. The color's just black now. There's no new colors or anything, but when you stay to a side of the shape, you can keep going in deeper and deeper, which is quite cool. I'm quite fascinated with what we just saw actually, because when we zoomed in from this, all of the spirals that followed it along, that we got, like, look at this. It follows until we get to the end. And I'm willing to bet you guys it does the same thing if we zoom into one of these. Look, let's zoom into this one. So it kind of does the same thing. And look, this time there's hundreds of them. So if we zoom into one of these ones, it will do the same thing, but look at that. Look how cool that is. And this is a real thing too. It's so fascinating. Like, look at this. So we zoom out. Go back to the first one. There it is. Look at that. Every single one of these spirals has its own infinite amount of spirals. Anyone can go anywhere. It's just so fascinating. It's just so fascinating that you can go as far as you want and never reach the end, unless you have a potato PC. You know. And then it sort of come out. I have to turn my light on, because I'm gonna be honest, this is blinding me. Like, this is actually blinding me because I'm sitting in the dark, looking at bright colours coming off the Mandlebrot set. Look at that. That's like, so which way are we going now? That was just a tiny bit of the main shape, and every like direction was infinite. So that gives you a sense of just how infinite this shape is. I think we should go. Let's go this way. Let's stick to the edge of the actual shape rather than going off into different spirals. I want to see what actually sits on the edge. We don't want to go too far. Oh, that's cool. This is right. This bit here. This is quite cool. There's a lot of it you can see. I think it's barely sitting on. This bit is clinging onto this bit by like an atom. Let's see what happens if we zoom in. Let's see how, like, yeah, look, I don't even think they're barely touching each other. Look at that. This bit here links that whole bit of the shape. This tiny bit here holds together a massive part of the shape there, which is insane. If that bit was to come off, you'd lose an infinite amount of shapes, which is crazy. These look like seahorses. Look, if you look at that, what does that look like? Look, it looks like a seahorse from one perspective, and then you got a load of seahorses coming off it. It looks like the UK, I'm going to be honest. But the thing about these shapes here is one thing that all of these shapes have in common is they all have an infinite number of the same thing coming off them. Look, all of these are replicas of each other, and they all get smaller and smaller until eventually they change. It's just, there's thousands of these little, like, seahorses all on this seahorse. And then those seahorses have their own seahorses. So it's not just the seahorses either. There's, of course, all the other shapes we've seen as well. They all have their own of each other, which is so cool. This is practically the universe. The universe is infinite. And the deeper you go, the different things you see. Of course, it's not all linked and perfectly in sync like all these shapes are, but this is practically what the universe is. An infinite void. So that was the edge. Look, you can see the seahorses still. They look like caterpillars now. That looks like a caterpillar. Or a wasp without wings. Or you could, it kind of looks like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. There's the face, the nose, the mouth. I don't know. It's what you make of it. It's like looking at clouds on a summer day and thinking, Like that cloud looks like a car. But it's quite cool. But it's all symmetrical. It's all linked. It's all infinite. And I highly encourage you guys to take a look at this for yourself. You can go onto the internet, type up Mandlebrot Set Explorer. There's like hundreds of different sites that allow you to look at this. And depending on how good your PC is, you could probably go a lot further than I went. But I think we're going to go one more. We're going to go this way. We haven't really looked this way yet. But look, you can see it. You can see the exact same shape coming off it. Just so tiny. You couldn't have seen this from the top. Keep going in. Spirals. The coolest shape ever. This is the coolest shape ever. The best fractal there is. And keep going in. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. And then keep going further. Down here. All duplicates itself. And you start to see those seahorse-like things. That looks like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Arms, head, legs. And then you look at it for a bit longer and it looks nothing like it. But let's go on the edge of this bit. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. Let's go that way. And then you zoom in, you realise that, yeah, that's the end. I can't go in any further. I wonder what's down there if you keep going further and further. Ah, it's crazy. Alright. Let's zoom back out. All the way back to the start. It's a bit laggy. Trying to process a lot. It's trying to process an infinite shape. Yeah, that's so cool, man. It's so cool. And these bright colours as well. Science and math is... like, math sucks, as in learning, like, in math class. But actual math like this is just insane. Like, this is real math. This is proper math. This is math for men, not math for boys. But guys, thank you for watching this video. It has been a very interesting video. It's been very nice having a little look at this, the Mandlebrot set. Like I said, I highly encourage you guys to do the same. You can find it very easily on the internet. And I think you guys go have a look at it for yourself. Go have a little look, explore, see how far you can go. Try and find the bits I went to. You probably won't. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we are so close to 700 subscribers. We are currently at 672. So quite close. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.